lived from 1885 to 1977. She was a feminist and the leader of the campaign that brought to life the 19th Amendment of the Constitution of the United States, which prohibits gender discrimination and the right to vote. Alice Paul was the leader of the National Women's Party for 50 years, which she spent securing constitutional equality for women. She was, clearly, very influential in our country's history. And do you know what Alice Paul did? She went to college. Like so few women in her day and age, she went to college. Understand that this was a rare thing and often very difficult. Alice Paul lucked out, though, because her grandfather co-founded Swarthmore College, where she received her higher education. Not many women were this lucky. In fact, there are many societies where women had to masquerade as men to get to college. Consider this fact. In 1900, only 23 women received PhDs, but in 1998, 515,000 women received doctorates. Clearly, the college education is much more accessible to me, as a girl, than it would have been if I'd been born 100 years ago. And yet the question is still asked, is college worth it? I'm here to tell you that it is. Now, I know that today's economy and job market do not exactly encourage all types of higher education. Know what I said, all types. Sure, if you major in anthropology, film, or social psych, it's going to be unlikely that you'll find a job that will give you much in the way of financial support. But if you major in finance, nursing, or business management, the chances of you finding a job that will give you abundant return on your investment are very high. Nursing, for example, is cheaper than almost all other worthwhile majors, especially when it's achieved through a community college, when it costs around $5,000 and it can launch you into a $60,000 a year job. Also, nursing has an incredibly low unemployment rate at around 2.2%, according to usnews.gov. On the topic of cost, the common thought that college equals private school or even state school is rather ludicrous. Community college is a good way to practically chop the cost of your education in half, since you can receive the first 2 years of your education at a community college and transfer to university after that. And that's not the only way. Virtually every high school and thousands of other organizations offer hundreds of scholarships every year to aspiring students. At many smaller high schools, not many people apply for each scholarship, so it's very easy to get one you qualified for. Another good way to make your college education cheaper is financial aid. Virtually every college, state and otherwise, offers financial aid. This is a wonderful program that can be a big help when one is attempting to attain higher education. The money you spend on your education will get reimbursed in your career. In fact, graduated college students with a bachelor's degree earn on average $30,000 more per year than high school graduates, or around $500,000 more per lifetime, according to studies conducted in April of 2013 by the Hamilton Project. Also, a degree is not the only benefit of a college education. In fact, did you know that furthering your education can help your kids out too? That's right. Even if your kids aren't even a sparkle in your eye yet, going to university can make it more likely that they will be born healthy, get better grades in school, and even be more likely to participate in your community. It's true. A Lancet Medical Journal study from 1970 to 2009 showed that the children of college graduates are more likely to be born healthy, participate in extracurricular activities, and even to have greater success in secondary and primary schooling. Continuing with that thought, the reason that secondary and primary school exist is so that students can learn how to learn. This process begins in elementary school, where students learn foundational mathematics and basic science, which they will essentially need forever, and is continued through 12th grade, but is focused in high school, where students learn critical thinking, how to research, do close reading, and prioritize. The reason that college exists is to allow one to take these basic skills and use them to get to the exciting business of real learning, about soaring above the basics into learning about a specialty, about becoming a mile wide and a million miles deep. College shows us a world that is bigger than the one that solely includes our parents, teachers, rivals, best friends, exes, and crushes. A world where we don't know everybody, where we haven't grown up doing the exact same thing every day, with the same skill set and education those in the grade levels ahead of us got. It shows us a world where we don't know where we belong. We have to find our place instead of knowing just what our own society is. A world where instead of just learning about foreign cultures, we are surrounded by foreign cultures. College shows us that while the world we knew is still important, it's only a small part of the world that exists, and there is a place for us in that world. And so, college isn't as expensive as it might seem at first. There are ways to pay for it. You make more money if you get a college education, And the benefits are limitless. College can be a scary experience, for sure, but it is infinitely worth it. This is why the young women of the 1800s crusaded for the rights of women to go to college, and why I hope to graduate from California State University at Fresno, class of 2021. Thank you.